Stephenson here, and thanks for watching the last video and leaving comments. I appreciate it. I'm really excited by how many people are getting into this video series. I mean, it's spreading around the world, and that really means a lot to me because this message is so critical to a person's success in life. If you're not willing to get to cause, if you can't live at cause, you're going to be stuck at effect, stuck on your big butt, B-U-T, your excuses, your fears, and your insecurities. And I can't have that happen for you. So in this video, you're going to be learning about health. And you're going to learn about it in a way that you're going to see it from three perspectives. A lot of times people will get into only one of the three, and they leave people out of balance with their health. I'm not going to do that to you. In the course of this video, you're going to learn a lot of things. Let me tell you a couple of things. For instance, you're going to learn the top 3 excuses that people get stuck with that never fully get their diet in order, never fully understand how to take care of their nutritional support. You're going to learn the top 3 excuses that people make to not get in shape. And you're going to learn the top 3 excuses why people never get connected to their spirit. I call them our food, our fitness, and our feeling connected. So in this video, you're going to learn what are those excuses, how do you get off of them. You're going to learn my personal philosophy that you can model in your life so that you can have maximum health. I mean, you've seen in the videos, I have 6-pack set of abs, very well-defined pectoral muscles, back muscles, even leg muscles, and I don't even walk, all through following this 3-step process that I'm going to share in this video. You're also going to learn my philosophies on what it takes to be at peace with your body and with your environment so that you can enjoy your life from a physical and emotional and a spiritual level, all from taking care of your health. You're going to learn over 9 techniques for maximizing your diet, maximizing your fitness, and feeling just ultimately connected to a great source of energy in your life. This is all coming up in the next few moments of this video. So sit back, relax, get a nice glass of water with a squeeze of a lemon, and just enjoy the time that we have together. So I told you we're going to talk about 3 areas in health: food, fitness, and feeling connected. So let's start with the food. And in this portion of the video, I want to talk about the top 3 excuses that I hear most about why people don't ever get their food handled, their diet. And when we think diet, we think of starving ourselves calories so that we can look a certain way. That's not what a diet is. Diet is just what you eat on a regular basis. What's your diet? So I like to talk about it in terms of food. And I want to talk about the top 3 excuses that I've heard as a therapist and a coach and working with people on why they never get their food handled. Number 1, time. Oh, I don't have the time. But Sean, I don't have the time to eat healthy. I can't tell you the number of times I've heard time used as an excuse. I'm curious, though. How many hours do you have in your day? That's right, 24. That's the same number that I have. And that's the same number as the President of the United States, or some kid sleeping under a bridge, or some king in a palace somewhere on the other side of this planet. I mean, we all have the same amount of time. So I just don't believe it. I think it's about priority. I think it's where do you spend your time. And most people don't want to spend the time to put the right nutrients into their body. And so then what happens is it affects their energy level, it affects their clarity, it affects their overall weight of their body, how their skin looks. I mean, what you eat has such a massive impact on your health. You know, I heard Arnold Schwarzenegger said that 50% of being in good health, or I think he even said actually 50% of exercise, is eating the right food. Not hitting the gym and lots of weights, it's eating the right food. And if you sit back and you tell me that you don't have the time to get good food, that, you know, it's just, it's so much time to prepare things, and it's just not of interest to you, you're going to get hit with a very rude awakening. And we'll talk more about that in a moment. The second excuse that I hear is, I don't have the money. But Sean, I don't have the money. It costs so much money to eat right. I think money is something that you can go out and you can blow all of your money on the best health food, or you could blow all your money on the best junk food, the most prime food that is, a delicatessen, but maybe it's loaded with fat and calories and has all kinds of preservatives in it. You could blow your money anywhere. I don't think it's about not having the money. It's about how do you know what to spend your money on. Last time I checked, vegetables are a lot cheaper than buying tons and tons of junk food. If you cut out a third of the amount of money you spend on junk food, you would have more money to eat fresh produce. What if you cut out half of the money you spend? And you may not even think about junk food in the way I'm speaking of. Anytime you're going past a coffee shop and you're getting one of those sugary drinks, that's junk food. It's not really feeding your body any nutrients. Anytime you grab a bag of chips or high sodium pretzels or any kind of preservative driven snack food, that's not really healthy. And so that's where you're spending your money when you're running out and you're in a hurry and you grab a bag of this or a little snack piece of that. Your money is slipping out of you. You just don't even realize it. By the end of the day, you've got a donut, you had a coffee, you had one of the sugary iced drinks, you got some chips, and next thing you know, you spent like $20, $30 on junk food. If you put that towards meals, things can happen. The third excuse that I hear most often when people say they can't get their food in order, I'm just too lazy. I like convenience. I don't want to put, much effort into this area of my life. I'm single, or I'm so busy with 2 jobs, and it very much correlates to the first excuse of not having the time. People, they hide behind being lazy, and I find it to be really sad, because it's not about being lazy, it's about being prepared. If you cut up some vegetables, and you cut up some nice snacks and fruit, and you put them in baggies, and then you take them to work with you the next day, it's not that you were having to starve the next day when you were wanting a bite to eat, because you prepared to have the healthy snacks ahead of time. Most people think that they're lazy when they're really just ill-prepared. We eat junk food. We eat the wrong foods in our lives. When we get so hungry, we don't care anymore. You can't get yourself that far gone. You have to have the right foods on hand at all times. You have to be prepared in advance. If you want to be in phenomenal shape, if you want to be even just in a little better shape, it's going to take more preparation. I heard a Super Bowl quarterback once say, there's no worrying, there's no need to be afraid if you do the proper preparation. If you put in the pre-game elements, you're going to be fine during the game. That's what I want to help you with. In the course of this food video, I'm going to give you my philosophy on food and my top 3 techniques to help you get this area of your life exactly where it should be, giving you more energy and giving you a lot more clarity of the mind and a feeling a lot better inside your body getting to be you. In order to master something, you're going to need a model. And the model is someone that you can look at and say, they have what I want. How did they get it? And there are many things that you can model from that person. But right now, I'd like you to model my philosophy. More specifically, in this portion of the video, my philosophy on food. My philosophy on food consists of 3 parts. I believe that food is fuel. Fuel to give you energy. fuel to give you mental clarity, fuel to give your bones, your muscles, the nutrients and strength. No different than a vehicle on the road. It needs the best octane in order to get the most explosive energy out of the engine. Same with fuel. Now the problem is most of us put in really low octane food, low energy food, and therefore we get low energy in our return. You need to start looking at your food as fuel. Some people get so addicted to thinking of food as having to be entertainment. And it can be, but you can't make it your primary view of food, because you're going to eat a good amount of your life into a low energy stupor if you just do it for entertainment's sake. Now you can make good fuel, energetic food entertaining, sure. But sadly, that's not what most people do. The second way I look at my personal philosophy of food is I look at our food choices. Our body is like a bank. You know, I got this from one of my mentors in health. And he said, Sean, your body is a bank that you can either deposit energy in or withdraw energy out. And you know there's certain foods that put energy into your body. And there are other foods that take energy from your body. For instance, people think that caffeine gives them energy. It's actually not energy in a good way. It's energy borrowed from your future because you crash, because it causes all kinds of challenges to the blood system in our body. And our body does not handle well under the pressures of a lot of the foods like sugars and caffeines that we think give us energy. It's actually borrowing from our future. It's actually withdrawing energy from us. And it's doing it so fast that we think we're moving quickly, but we're really being sucked out of a good space and into a space of crashing. You have to look at food as fuel that can give energy to your body. You want to deposit energy into your body. You don't want to keep taking withdrawals. I mean, I see it all the time. People will go do unhealthy things to their body, and then they'll feel exhausted because they bankrupted their system. The third and final way that you need to look at your body if you are going to want to model my philosophy on health, specifically in the category of food, is you have to look at it as preventative medicine. And most people don't even understand what that means. Food, the right food, can heal your body. It can take soreness out of your body. It can relieve pain and discomfort. And what it can do is it can give you the nutrients that your body can use to fight off future cancers, to keep disease and illnesses at bay. So let's look at them. First of all, we have to have the philosophy that food is fuel. Secondly, that's not even a word. Secondly, we have to look at our body as a bank. And that food, you have a choice, can either deposit or withdraw energy from you. And the third angle, the third perspective of my philosophy, is you have to look at food as a preventative medicine. Research food that will keep you living long and healthy. A lot of people will say, oh, I'm not going to eat salads because I don't want to live to 100 and not have good taste. First of all, your body craves what you give it most. If you eat lots of salad and high nutrients that we'll talk about later, you will crave those foods. If you eat the heavy carbohydrates, sugar, fatty, greasy foods, you'll end up craving that. And the right foods will give you the nutrients to not just live long, but to live a long quality of life. Now, I have two grandmothers. One has since passed away. And God love her, she loved to eat. And I absolutely adored this woman. She, although never really understood the purpose to food, she thought it was only entertainment. She only used it to make withdrawals